What is up, Innovation family? How's everybody doing today? It's me, Brandon, your friend, your neighbor, your host, back with another video for Innovation Property Atlanta. Before we jump into today's video, guys, as always, show me some love in the comment section, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and refer me out to people interested in learning more about rental cars and Turo side hustles and ways we can make money together. Today's video, guys, just real quick, just want to talk about what's going on in the used car market and why repossessions are up this year and what do I expect is going to happen in the future, short future, and what to do and what not to do. So for all my Turo hosts, I have previous videos, probably from the last 4 or 5 months, where I talked about what cars to buy in today's economy. Because when you're talking about doing rental car, guys, you're talking about doing Turo, especially for Turo, because Turo right now is not going to be in the favor of people who are renting out exotic cars, high-end luxury cars. That is not the market where we're at right now. And I can tell you that firsthand by me renting out some higher-end cars like the Range Rover, the Escalade, and the Corvettes. That right now is a slow period when it comes to higher price ranges, as far as like that $200, $300, $400 range. That is not the market right now for Turo. Those would probably do better on the private side when you do your own marketing and you're trying to find a clientele niche as far as the client base that you want to serve or service. But right now for the Turo game, guys, still what's going to be your best bet is going to be vans, SUVs, economy cars. So you want to stick to a car that's going to probably be less than $85, $75, $55 a day. So you're talking about your Honda Accords, your Civics, your Nissans, your Toyotas, your Ford Explorers, your regular SUVs also that you can rent out for $65, $75 a day. For bigger SUVs, maybe like an Expedition or like a Tahoe Suburban, those might go for $100, $125 a day, but that's probably going to be your max in today's market. Now, 2-3 years ago, when stimulus checks were flowing, you had PPP, you had all types of loose money in the system being just streamlined through different methods from the government, and people using unemployment checks for renting out cars and luxury goods. Those days are well over with now. So everything now is back to the basics of just survival necessities. So again, economy cars, SUVs, and vans. For example, somebody inquired about a passenger van. If I had one, like a 10 or 12 seater passenger van, he wanted to take the family down to Florida for like 7 to 10 days, and that could be a good niche market if you find a passenger van. Those probably can rent out for $100, $150, $200 a day, depends on the season and what people got going on. With July 4th coming up, I can see passenger vans and SUVs probably renting out the most compared to cars, and probably encountering a higher day rate. So something to think about. Repossessions right now, guys. I've been reading articles and just news clippings and YouTube videos I've been watching from other YouTubers, and also from not the higher end, but the more like the CNBCs have articles out there and news clippings about the repossessions and what's going on in the used car market. Right now, cars are starting to go down in value as far as used car market. Last year before last, when the market was pretty high as far as the prices, people overpaid for a lot of these used cars that really shouldn't even cost that much. Some of these cars are actually had cost more than new cars MSRP prices by the time they were made. For example, it's like 2019, 18, 20 Dodge Challenger V6s out there. MSRP at the time, back in 18, 19, before the pandemic, was about 25, 27, 28,000. And last year before last, the used car market was demanding the same price for the same car. So $27,000, $28,000 for a Dodge Challenger with 60, 70, 80,000 miles on it is crazy, right? So I even got rid of my white Challenger last year because I got a good price for it. I had a 2018 Dodge Challenger V6 with the rally stripes on it. I think I paid $25,000 for it brand new in 2018, and I sold it for $19,000 last year to CarMax. That's not even a third. I didn't sell it to Auto Trader or a third-party market as far as another private sale. I sold it to CarMax for $19,000, and I paid $25,000 for it. And that car had about 75, 80,000 miles on it, and it was in 2 accidents. So those days where you can just slide in and try to sell your car and get close to what you paid for it, or a good price, are over with. Now they're gonna get lowballed. You're gonna get back to the old ways of how used car dealerships are doing business. So repossessions are up, guys. People are having a hard time making their car payments. So if you have a used car dealer, or you know a used car dealer who has a license that can go to the auctions, now might be a good time to find good used car prices as far as from a dealer standpoint, wholesale. But from a retail standpoint, it's getting back to where it was. Prices are going down, repossessions are going up. People are getting back to the basics: food, shelter, clothes, and surviving, and trying to make ends meet. So the high-end luxury stuff is just not going to fly for Turo. Now, private rental, you probably have a little bit more luck when you target a certain market. So we'll talk more about that and have videos more about the private rentals and who you should be targeting and how that market works. But as far as Turo itself, you gotta stick to that range. $65 a day, $55 a day, maybe $100 max, depends on what kind of car it is. If you're trying to go in with high-end cars, exotic cars, this is not the market right now for Turo. Doesn't mean that it can't happen one day again. I don't foresee it happening. I foresee Turo being kind of a race to the bottom, if you want to be honest about it, for $100, $85, $90 a day type of cars. So you can pull it off if you just want to get a couple cars on Turo, have a small fleet, and just make, you can make ends meet as far as your car payment, maybe have a little bit of net profit. But as far as you're trying to get a big margin, you got to go private, guys. So that's today's video, guys. As always, tap in. I'm doing more long form videos on a regular basis. You guys have any questions, hit me up on Calendly, 15-30 hour blocks. And you guys can ask me any questions. We can go back and forth and banter as far as my fleet, your fleet, and how I do things, and we can go from there. So you guys stay tuned for the next video. I appreciate you guys tapping in. Thank you.